Y'all, I don't know who needs to hear this, but the hard part is over. God has been talking to me about rest, comfort, and release. Rest, comfort, and release. And I know I'm not the only one. And the Bible verse that I keep opening up to is Isaiah 40. And y'all, just listen. Isaiah 40 verse 1. God instructs his messengers to speak tenderly to Jerusalem, announcing that her time of hardship and punishment has ended and her iniquity is pardoned. A voice in the wilderness cries out to prepare the way for the Lord, making a straight highway for him in the desert. Every valley is to be lifted up, every mountain brought low, the rough places made smooth, and the uneven ground leveled, symbolizing a complete restoration. Y'all, the hard part is over. And let me just give you some confirmation, right? Because I was mad at God. I was like, I went through all of that for you last year. Last year was the worst year of my life. I gave up everything to follow you. And then you just dropped me off here. You haven't done nothing that you said you was going to do. And he was like, Megan, look around. The hard part is over. I had been working to restore things in my life. I am overworking, y'all. Y'all hear the horn? That's confirmation. Overworking. We don't get paid off productivity. We just get a certain amount of hours. Do y'all hear the horn? Come on. Come on, somebody. I have been overworking. Okay, Lord, we hear you. Overworking. Extra hours, weekend hours, and God had been telling me to rest. Like, I got you now, I'll take it from here. I'm thinking rest means sleep. Rest means let go. Let me take care of you, right? So he had told me to stop working weekends, right? So it was so hard for me to start telling them no. I don't want to work the weekends anymore because that was extra money that I was missing out. But I'm not my provider. My Father is my provider, right? So it was so hard for me to surrender the weekends, right? But I finally did, and I finally got to enjoy my weekends, and I was so glad that I did. I didn't have money in my pocket, the extra money in my pocket, but I had peace, right? So that's the rest. And then God kept telling me about release. And I'm like, oh, he about to send me somewhere. I'm about to move again. You know, just preparing myself for okay. So God is so strategic that he never does anything the same way, right? He's always just blowing our minds and showing us how he's a way maker. He never runs out of new things, right? And so release for me was release everything to him. Stop trying to carry my own finances. Stop trying to make a way to have extra. Stop trying to make a way to pay the bills. Stop trying to make a way to find peace and joy and happiness, because for a little while I didn't even know what that looked or felt like anymore, just because I had just been so depleted and humbled. So release just looked like completely letting go of everything. I had gotten into a part in the wilderness where everything was so dry and so mundane that I didn't want to feel like that no more. So I was just trying to figure out whatever I could to get us out of that place. And so when God allowed me to go back to work, I was like, I'm never going to be broke again. I don't ever want my kids to feel like going without again. I never want them to not be able to get something they want because I don't have it. So I was trying to make all of that up in my own strength. And the very second that I released the working the Saturdays, just overworking and killing myself, God stepped in, right? And so my last paycheck, y'all, I got paid for 100 hours. I only work 80 hours per paycheck. I got paid for 100 hours. And I was looking around like, is this right? Did somebody mess up some numbers? I was about to go to HR. And God's like, no, that's me. That's God math. That's what I do. When you let me do what I do, that's how I do it. Mind blown. That's God math. When you let God do it, you don't have to know nobody in the higher ups. You don't have to have a winning lottery ticket. You don't have to overwork. He is the higher up. He is the overflow. You're a kingdom kid. Your daddy owns everything. He said, let me have it. Comfort, rest, and release. The hard part is over. You don't have to figure it out no more. That's what he been trying to tell me. And I kept saying, you're going to have to show me something. Like, show me something to so that I know that you are still with me. That I don't have to figure it out. He said, if you just let me do it, I can show you. Who is that for? That's for somebody. The hard part is over. Let go, put it down, let your daddy take care of it. You don't have to do it no more. The hard part is over. I love y'all, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.